In this video, I talk about the video Jagex released today called Unfinished Business and about the unfinished business of merch. Hey guys, it's Divine4Merch.com. Instead of posting the July BTS, Jagex posted something different today, and I for one am happy to see it. It's sort of an apology for overpromising and under-delivering so far this year. It's a bit weird how they apologize for completely focusing on Manifest and neglecting other updates, when nobody would have minded this if Manifest was actually amazing. Especially the 120 Slayer update was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen them do. I expected to see massive improvements to Slayer since it's such a popular skill in RS3 that Jagex is very aware of as well. So I stocked up on about 100k Divine charges per account over the past months, only to see literally nothing happen to Slayer. I did well with Rare, so there's nothing to complain about for me, but it's seriously weird when something so anticipated and hyped and so important for the game is barely even touched on. All we saw was a handful of new uninteresting monsters, a chest mechanism and a delayed mini-boss. Now Jagex can start polling updates all they want, but the players did vote for Manifest and the 120 Slayer update, and they're now unhappy. Ideas are clearly not the problem in my eyes, execution is, and it's time that Jagex looks inwards instead of blaming it on ideas and just trying to derive attention from where the problem's really at. Now, I'm personally very glad to see them give up on future expansions, because if they can't get any updates right, it's better to move forward in a small and incremental way rather than developing for half a year only to disappoint everyone. I'm also glad to see that they are no longer working with release schedules. That should actually allow them to deliver better updates as there are no longer clear deadlines. Perhaps they'll stop hyping people up so much months in advance. Now the updates they're working on are known ones, so I won't go over them here again. I think we all just hope that Jagex will do these updates well and release them sometime this year so we still have some worthwhile merchanting content. Now it makes planning for merchanting much harder to not have a clear schedule, but merchanting tends to be more fun when there is uncertainty anyways. Jagex will still frequently check in with updates on where they stand with all of these updates, so it'll be just fine I think. With that said, I'd like to talk about merch and this channel. As some of you have pointed out, there have been very few videos on this channel over the past months, something I'm well aware of, so look at me criticizing Jagex. Now to me there needs to be something worth talking about, or I'm just wasting everyone's time with filler content, which is not what I want to do with this channel. In my entire life I've always been very much about quality over quantity, and I'm not going to compromise on that. Some people have sent me ideas for videos, which is very appreciated, and these basically fall into three categories. Number one is talking more about updates. Now last month there was no BTS, but just the Manifest release, which has been thoroughly discussed everywhere for months, so there wasn't much point in making a BTS video. I could have also made a video to point out the obvious that rares are rising because there is nothing else to invest in, but I don't want to rehash any of those things. As for future updates like the mining and smithing rework, I sometimes know more about these updates than others, but that's not always the case. And even if I do, I'm not obliged to give away that extra information. Second category is more guides. I feel like guide-wise I've covered most of the things I want to cover. There is always more to talk about, but the whole reason why I've been able to give these dozens of guides away to everyone is because the majority of my profits come from more advanced merchanting. I'm able to out-earn most people doing that, which makes me not have to worry that I'm giving away too much information, which starts cutting into my profits. I know that may sound cocky, and that's really not my intention with saying that. I'm just trying to clarify that I have to draw the line somewhere to keep merchanting fun for myself, and I hope that you can respect that. I'll continue to share ideas and insights when I have them, as I've done over the past years. The third category is making a video series. Now, we all know where that's gone over the past years. I've tried to make these series multiple times about flipping and such, but the truth is that I just get bored of it too quickly, and quite frankly I can't prioritize it over the other things I want to do in my life, as it's such a major time investment to edit all of these videos and to keep track of everything in so much depth and explain it over and over. Now, it's not the kind of merchanting I do much of myself for years now either, so forcing myself to flip just to entertain other people just doesn't cut it for me. That doesn't mean no more videos, it's just an update on where things stand, so don't expect a lot of videos, but I will release some whenever there's something worth talking about. I recently thought about something I could give a try every now and then, for example, which is sharing some of the advice I give to people who private message me on merch to hear my thoughts on their investments. Perhaps that'll give a lot more of you very interesting insights that you haven't heard anywhere otherwise. If that sounds like an interesting idea to you, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video like that next weekend. That's it from me for now. I hope you're all doing very well and I hope to speak to all of you very soon.